Now, while you can certainly do what's called retail arbitrage, where you can buy low and sell high at a local retailer, there are likely other sources within driving distance of your home where you'll be able to find quality products that you'll be able to put into your Amazon FBA inventory. Now, if you're working with an employee or a partner who has time to put into this process, in particular sourcing things on the local level, experts recommend that you do dedicate that one person to this task. If one person is finding deals and sourcing them, this means that you'll be able to take on packaging, marketing, and really negotiating with the Amazon interface so that you'll be able to do listings effectively, so that you'll be able to know what the market is looking for. These two tasks are really almost custom designed for a partner and an employee or a partner and a partner. When you do this, you are actually going to be able to move farther faster in your FBA business. In some cases, it's going to make sense for you to hire out to a person in your local area to source the best deals. This is called a local sourcing assistant. And you can actually find people who are able to do this job, whether or not you can find them in Craigslist or you can find them in sometimes even in Elance. But there are individuals who know how to do this kind of sourcing and will do it for you at a price. Even if you don't find someone with that title, or even if you don't find someone who knows specifically, what you can do is really train someone as to how someone can look for the deals in your niche and in your local area. And as you expand the number of stores that you're going to be sourcing from, you should be able to put together a pretty extensive checklist of things that you can have this person actually do on a daily basis in order to find good deals. So really and truly, a number of Amazon sellers who move from doing small dollar amounts to large dollar amounts typically do that with a local sourcing assistant. Now, in other cases, you will want to find individuals who are already selling potential inventory. In other words, you might find people who are already looking to liquidate inventory. And if you have relationships with these individuals, you'll be able to buy their inventory. You'll be able to get that inventory and to put it on Amazon FBA. In some cases, there are sellers who work with people who are already sellers of inventory, and they partner with them in order to use the Amazon FBA system. This is a great way to earn consulting fees. It's a great way to really help people who have difficulty in moving their inventory in the change of economy. Some people who have brick and mortar businesses but don't necessarily know how to move their inventory quickly. Well, these individuals can partner with you so that you can show them the Amazon FBA system and give them access to this consumer marketplace. Now, with local sourcing, you're going to need to factor into your business and into your cash flow that you're going to pick up the item. You're going to be paying cash up front. So in this case, you're not going to be able to use credit. You're probably not going to be able to use letters of credit. You're going to be buying this inventory up front. And so this is the kind of FBA business where you're going to have to consider that you're buying the inventory before you actually get paid, or before anyone probably is going to buy. And as we've said before, typically you're probably going to see all of your inventory move over the course of a year. So you're really investing in something that's probably not going to move entirely over the course of a year. But again, the Amazon FBA business is really based on the volume and the access that you have in the consumer marketplace, and there really is no other marketplace like Amazon. Now, be careful to inspect the inventory that you buy on a local level before you make the final payment. And you should be as careful as you like to be. You shouldn't feel rushed, and you shouldn't feel bad, or you shouldn't feel as if people feel as if you're mistrusting them. You are going to be selling this to a customer, and you want to make sure that inventory, when it gets to that customer, is intact. You want to make sure that that inventory is going to be something that you would want to buy, and the only way you're going to be able to do that is if you inspect the inventory before you make the payment. So every time that you are there in front of the source, make sure that you're inspecting the inventory. Make sure that you know that there are no blemishes. Make sure that you know there's nothing there that would cause a customer to feel anything other than positive about their purchase. Finally, when you are buying in your local area, there typically are no contracts and there are not a lot of rules as to how to do it. That typically means that you will want to negotiate for the lowest possible price and that you shouldn't feel bad about doing so. Your business as an Amazon FBA seller happens between the difference between cost and revenue. So that the lower your cost, the higher your revenue, the higher your profit. So you can actually get higher profits if you don't pay as much for your inventory. So you should always be negotiating for the lowest possible price. You should always be negotiating for the price that you can get that will allow you to have your 200% markup, or even more in some cases. So again, always ask for a better deal. Always ask for a deal that's more advantageous for you, since again, if you think about it, you are going to be paying up front for inventory and you're probably not going to see the entire return over the course of a year. It makes sense for you to negotiate the very best deal for the inventory that you can get. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.